to spin. Box, box, they're shouting from the pit crew below. Tires screaming on the track as the sparks start to glow. Albert Park's alive tonight under a southern sky. Formula One's heart beats so loud we can't deny. Hamilton grips the wheel like a steely-eyed ace. Max Verstappen snarls and sets a furious pace. Down under they're dancing in a high-speed waltz, trading corners on the edge. True legends never halt. Australia's air is electric, every turn a fight. The cars fly like bullets deep into the night. Engines roar and history's cast in the fire's light. The Grand Prix Carnival, an unforgettable sight. They pit, they swerve in a flash, it's neck and neck. Albert Park shivers as they twist through the wreck. The laps unwind, a symphony of speed and might. This is Formula One's chaotic delight. They pit, they swerve in a flash, it's neck and neck. Albert Park shivers as they twist through the wreck. The laps unwind, a symphony of speed and might. This is Formula One's chaotic delight.
E14. Okay, mate, get ready.
Alright, ready to start the Australian Grand Prix here.
Go, nail it.
Lights out and away we go at Albert Park to start the 2025 season in a 1923 car. We are driving a Fiat. So these, we'll be talking about the track a little bit about the news for the upcoming race here. I suppose I should mention, why aren't I doing this in one of the F1 games? Well, for something different. They've been doing Grand Prix in Australia since the 1920s, so
Still there. Clear left. On your left. Clear left.
McLaren's getting a little
Hold your line.
out of sorts there.
Hold your line.
Ooh,
Hold your line.
little wheel to wheel
Hold your
there.
line. Clear right.
So, a couple rookies got knocked out already. The track itself is built in a park. Oh, slow down, overshoot.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
They start setting up this track a couple weeks in advance. There's a YouTube series about it. It's kind of interesting to see all the steps they have to take to build this track, since it is mostly done on public roads. They have to rebuild these gravel traps every year. They, I guess they've changed, I think, turn 7 this year. Not the actual turn, but the runoff area. After George Russell's incident last year. Where he got... the wall kind of shoots you back onto the track, and it flipped him up and then upside down in the middle of the track. I think they changed the curving for that corner to try to keep cars from...
Hamilton is now leading.
So overall, it is not a particularly difficult track to drive.
Marks. This is looking good. 7th position.
I say that as I way overshoot this corner. You have to start braking super early in these cars.
Okay, Jason, the next car is Piastri.
So my thoughts on the actual track is, I mean, it's relatively easy to drive. It reminds me a lot of Canada. The fact that it's in a park. Oh, its general appearance. Here's George Russell's favorite corner. That's the one that they modified. It is a very flat track, and it doesn't have any really distinctive corners on it. You know, that corner, you know. It's one of the things I look for in a track, you know, like the corkscrew in Laguna Seca, or Eau Rouge in Spa. One of those corners that really makes the track. This doesn't really have it. They're all kind of the samey kind of corners. It's not a bad track, just not particularly memorable. So. Racing here the last couple of years it's been a lot of incidents, a lot of drama.
The gap's now 0.4.
Which I suppose leads into the actual races in the news. So last year's race, Verstappen retire with a brake failure. Hamilton retired with an engine problem, and I think Russell also retired. Well, he retired because he was upside down in the middle of the track. And Alonso got a penalty for it, because he changed the way he took the braking zone into turn 7.
Push, 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 or we'll lose this place.
It was an interesting race, won by Carlos Sainz. Runner-up was Sean Leclerc.
Right side. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Oh no, Jason. Come on, mate. Defend your position.
So overall, last year's race was actually pretty good. A lot of stuff going on. And the And as for the news,
Tires are cold. Car in front of us is Sonoda.
I suppose the biggest off-season news was Hamilton going to Ferrari. Our little bar on our little timing tower there has not been updated, so it still says he's driving for Mercedes. But took over Sainz's spot in Ferrari. Which makes sense for Hamilton. Makes sense for his career path. Makes sense for Ferrari.
Ahead is increasing. It's now 1.8 seconds.
However, the real loser in that situation is Carlos Sainz, who I think is actually one of the better drivers out there. Oh, overshot it into the sand. I mean, if you look at this,
New fastest lap for Hamilton, 252.0.
if you look at the statistics, you know,
Go is he on the engine or is not going to last the distance?
uh-oh. Pushing it too hard in the corners.
Behind is increasing. It's now 3.4. 2 laps remaining. P8.
We also have a whole bunch of rookies. Kimi Antonelli is one of them. Oliver Behrman. They lost a lot of the regulars. The YouTube commenters and even the race commenters have been talking about how Perez was on his way out for like the last 2 years. They showed him the door last year in favor of
Tires all round.
Liam Lawson of all people. I think Red Bull had better options, especially with Carlos Sainz as a free player. I know the timing was a little weird for all of that, but other F1 news. This last year for this, the engine regs, or the aero, new cars next year. With more active aero. And Audi's coming in here next year, the year after that, something like that. Taking over for Sauber.
On your right. Hold your line.
We're trying to baby the motor to get to the end here.
Still there. Clear right.
The gap's now 0.4. One more lap to go.
And we saw a lot of
Car right.
other drivers moving
Still there.
around.
Clear right.
Come on, keep pushing.
So it should be interesting to see with everybody in new spots and a bunch of new rookies. Stroll is still out there, even though last year they were chanting Dragovich when he
Okay, Jason, the next car is Ocon.
bended into this gravel trap in Brazil. But we always need that guy, you know. So we get another Mazepin in here. You gotta have that guy. Right now Lance is that guy everybody loves to hate. So if you're on a better one of these where somebody talks about the track and the upcoming race, I know there's a YouTuber, Sarah Nochi, something along those lines. She did a whole series on it last year. Very good, way better than what you're getting here. But I'll leave a link down below. I myself am excited for the season to start. Watched a little rally, a little NASCAR, and a lot of old races over the break. Whew. Finished in the points at least. So yeah, overall, I'm looking forward to this race. It's usually a fairly entertaining one with they usually have a good race here. It's not the procession that some tracks give us.
Right side. Clear right. Car right.
It is, however,
Clear right.
one of the two least accessible ones for me to watch, because I live on the wrong side of the world for it. The Australian and Japanese Grand Prix are hard to watch because of the time that they're on. Usually I just stay up for whenever it's on. I like the European ones because where I am, they start at 7 a.m. So between 7 and 8, since I'm already awake, that's great for a Sunday morning for me.
Car left. Clear left.
Nice one, Jason. Good pass. Nice front.
The next iteration of crew chief should really differentiate the cooldown lap from actual racing laps. As for the cars, I think I'll Maybe I'll try to find a link to the cars too and the track. This is there's a couple of versions of this track out there, but this one is it looks very good. It drives really good. So. And these cars were featured by, I think, GP Labs too a while ago. They're good fun to drive. It's really an odd combination, these old-timey cars and these really smooth, modern Grand Prix circuits. Yeah, so for a driving track, this one looks great. Whoever modded this one, fantastic job. The designer of the actual track, in real life, yeah, it's a mid track. It's not good, not great. You know, kind of in that middle range. But it's a good track to learn, you know, how to drive some cars on. Uh-oh. Somebody blew up.
What's your speed? P8. And there's the finish. Good result, mate. Well done.
Looks like Lewis won it. Lewis over Verstappen. See if that happens in the real world. And Lewis is driving a Fiat, just like myself. Which little fun Easter egg that I missed when I originally watched the first Cars movie as my kids is the little Fiat 500 that's in there. Luigi is very excited about Ferraris, and at the time I did not realize that Fiat owns Ferrari, so fun little Easter egg when, and then Michael Schumacher actually voiced an actual car as an end, a post-credit scene. So. Well, hope you enjoyed the race this weekend. Thanks for watching.